There are a lot of different types of water treatment, and deciding what to bring on your trip can be overwhelming. We want to help. So here's the deal on how to choose a water filter. So there are two main categories that we talk about when discussing treating your water. And the first one are filters. So filters will use a physical element to remove bacteria and protozoa from the water. And those are the main threats in the US. However, they won't filter out, most filters won't filter out viruses. Viruses are too small and will pass through the pores of a filter. If a product is sold as a purifier, there's a couple of different ways that it will work, but purifiers will neutralize bacteria, protozoa, and viruses. So the first form of a purifier is going to be a chemical purifier. This will use a two-step process where you pre-filter your water and then use a chemical to treat the water. Another type of purifier is a UV purifier, like this one. This will actually use ultraviolet light, which will neutralize any threats in the water without being harmful to you. And then there are some filters that actually have pores small enough and will actually capture viruses. So the first thing that you need to decide for water treatment is whether or not you want a filter or a purifier. If you're in the US, where protozoa and bacteria are the main threat, most people are going to choose a filter. If you're outside of the US or in an area where you're concerned about viruses or there's a lot of human activity or animal activity, we'd recommend that you choose a purifier. There's a lot of different things to consider after that. Things like weight and size of the filter purifier, ease of use and how easy it is to fix or maintain in the field, the cost, obviously, and then how much water you need to filter. If you're filtering just for yourself, then you might not need to have something that can take a large quantity of water. But if you're filtering for, say, a group camp or a lot of water for cooking, then you need to take that into consideration. The best option for you is going to be something that balances all of those. There's no one magic product that works best for everybody. So first I have pump filters and purifiers. So these will work by having an intake hose that will go into the water source and then another piece that attaches to wherever you're filtering your water. And essentially you'll pump and the dirty water will come through the hose, go through the filter, and then into your bottle. Some of the cool things about pump filters is that they're really easy to use and generally very easy to maintain in the field. You can often replace the cartridges and then you can back flush them if they get clogged. You can also decide how much water you want to filter pretty easily because again, if you just keep pumping dirty water, you'll get clean water. I have a pump filter and I'm definitely a fan of the system. Some of the downsides of pump filters is that they are heavier and bulkier than some other forms of water treatment. And if you're treating water for a large group, it can get really old to pump water. So next we have gravity filters. So gravity filters work by having a two-bag system. You fill one with dirty water, and then the water will be pulled through the tube here, through the filter, and then into the clean bag, and you have filtered water. Some of the cool things about gravity filters are, first of all, gravity does all the work for you. So they're really easy to use. You basically just fill this and then wait, and you'll have clean water. So this makes them really awesome for filtering large quantities of water, so they're great for group camps. Also, similar to pump filters, you can easily replace the filter systems themselves, so it makes them easy to maintain in the field. Some downsides of gravity filters are that you have to have a place to hang these bags. And unlike pump filters where you can gather water from really small seepages, with a filter like this, you really need to be able to gather a large quantity of water by putting the bag into the water. So if you don't have something like that nearby, these can be a bit of a challenge. Next, we have drink-through filters and purifiers. This covers a wide range of products, but essentially the way that they'll work is you'll have something to fill and then drink-through uses a squeeze-through filter. So something like this where you have a bag and then a filter in the cap, or there's bags like this that then allow you to squeeze water through the filter. You also have straws that go directly into the water source to drink. Or even filters like this guy where there's a tube that goes into your water source. So Some of the really great things about drink-through filters is that they're very easy to use and lightweight and pretty compact, which makes them a great option for trail running or mountain biking or for day hiking. And they're very fast for drinking water. You know, just put this in the source and then you're hydrating. One of the downsides of these drink-through filters is that they don't filter large quantities of water on their own very well, so they're not great for filtering for a camp or even for cooking. But many of them can be used inline as gravity filters, like this one, which solves the issue of not being able to filter a large quantity. So now I have the first of our purifiers. This is an ultraviolet light purifier. This has a UV light down here that you stick into your water bottle and stir around, and that light will neutralize anything in the water. So that's bacteria, protozoa, as well as viruses, which is one of the plus sides of using a purifier. The great thing about these guys is that they're really lightweight and they're very easy to use. And obviously they also treat against viruses, which is pretty cool. Some of the downsides of using a UV purifier is that you're pretty limited on water quantity. You can generally only filter a small amount of water, something say in your water bottle. A great thing is that you never need to replace or clean this element down here, but they do require batteries, so you will need to carry extra batteries with you if you're using a UV purifier. Also, silty or dirty water will generally slow down or prevent you from being able to purify the water, so you will need to use some sort of pre-filter. Again, this is not a filter, it's just killing anything in the water, so it's a good idea to use a pre-filter anyway, since it's not going to neutralize against dirt, and you don't want dirt in your water. So that is a UV purifier. Next, we have chemical treatment of the water. There are a lot of different types of chemical treatments, but the main ones are going to be a chlorine-based or an iodine-based treatment. The great thing about chemical treatments is that they're really small and lightweight, and they're generally pretty inexpensive. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to drop the tablets or drops into your water, stir, and wait. This is really the ideal backup option to carry, even if you have another form of water treatment, just because they are so small and lightweight. The downside of using these as your main form of water treatment is that you'll have to wait somewhere between 30 minutes to sometimes 4 hours for your water to be potable. And water temperatures can affect how long it takes for the water to be treated. Also, something to note with iodine is that it will leave a sort of bad metallic taste, and there are things you can add to your water in addition to the iodine to neutralize that taste. It also will not treat against cryptosporidium, which is a protozoa, and it's also not a good option for pregnant women or people who have thyroid conditions. So, choose what's going to work best for you for chemical treatments. And lastly, you may be saying to yourself, well, I've heard that boiling water works as a treatment, and it does. If you're going to boil water and choose that as your form of treatment, you'll need to bring the water to a rolling boil for a full minute or for a full 3 minutes if you're over 6,500 feet in elevation. The downside of boiling water, while you don't have to purchase any extra element, is that you do have to have extra fuel to carry with you. So weigh the cost as well as the weight for choosing boiling as your form of treatment. Also, boiling water will sometimes leave a weird, funky, metallic, and flat taste to your water. And keep in mind that if you're using that as your drinking water, you'll need to boil it and then wait for it to cool before you can drink it. We hope this helped you choose a water filter. If you want any more information, check out this video or anything on the REI Expert Advice page, and we'll see you out there.